Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this file via email, and there is some white dots in the black, and they try to do it like on acrylic. And if we take the whole thing and reduce it, like he said, it goes away. But there's still some problems because all the lines are, when whoever drew this didn't make them scale to object. So when you make it smaller, it's going to make it thicker. And that's one thing we could probably try. Let's go up to object group and let's ungroup all. And let's, the dots are still there. But quite possibly we go here and scale it with object and then reduce it in size. That's not going to get rid of the dots, I don't think, on the black, but it will make the truck look better. So let's just go back to that size. And we just need to get rid of the black. I don't really understand what this is. Well, one, there's some garbage right there. We can delete that. And we need to make this shape so we can deal with it and fill it in. And for the one I'm working on, or not working, but doing this for, I've turned off your fill when you make a, before if you did this, it would turn it black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shape of this. And to really do it correctly, or the best way, I'm going to make a duplicate of the whole thing and put it down here. Because I'm going to delete some lines. I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key, and I'm going to delete these lines. And I didn't really want it deleted on the whole thing. But now I've got a item. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool. I've got it set on blue, and see how it filled in everything. And I'm going to nudge that over and then fill these in with blue. And we're going to look at this. And there's the shape of our door. So now what I can do is take my Smart Fill tool, set on black, and I could fill that in with black and nudge it over, fill that in black, nudge it over. So there is my door. I'm going to go ahead and group it together, and I'm going to nudge it over, but I don't want it in my spot. So I nudged it up. Now what we need to do is get rid of everything inside this box. And I'm only thinking, I'm just going to take the virtual segment delete key and very delicately delete all that. Now I deleted some of the truck. No, I didn't. I just deleted the box. So we're really good. But I do have this box, this line that I drew. And if you remember, we deleted some lines down there, and because I didn't really know how it was going to work. So now I'm going to take my object and nudge it back. So I'm missing those two lines and that line up top. But if you look from the dots to solid black, I think all we really have to do, and really I just really needed a copy of it, was to take the shape tool and bring this black down. You'd want it right on that corner, I would think. That's the smokestack. And then the other part is the truck. And I'm just going to bring them up. But I want them intersecting that pretty good. We'll have to look at it from a distance here in a second, see how that looks. And there's a lot of other things you could do. We could convert everything to an object and maybe do a little better job of this, getting a perfect, but that does solve his problem. I don't like making my videos very long, so I might make a second video. See, there's some broken line. I don't think I moved that. I would bring that down, and they just kind of, even at this size, the door handle kind of looks a little funny. And that's going to be back to what we did with scale to object. if we make this thing, let me get rid of this text. If we make this thing real big, then the door handles quite possibly look a lot better. They could actually be changed into, well, see, they're really a mess of lines. I'm going to left click, right click, and see nothing really happens. It's just a thick line. So I'm going to make this line thinner. It is 0.5 millimeters, so I want to make it 0.25. See, that's going to be a lot better looking door handle. Now, what you do need to do would be able to, and see how the grate looks good. The grate could actually be a little bit thinner, but it worked. I would strongly suggest hitting F12 on your keyboard and making sure skill with object is checked. And then when you bring it to a smaller truck, let's look at the door handles. See, the door handles are still good and the grill is still good, and that really worked. There's some trash. You can see it from the distance better. So I would try to click on this trash and get rid of it. Yeah. And let's look at it with the yellow box trick. Sometimes that'll help show up. Order back a page. Sometimes that'll help show even white objects. I think we got it all. But you can always take your pick tool. See, there's an object right there that you couldn't see. And that quite possibly, woo, there's some more. I'd be really, whoop, let me just get rid of this. See the little bitty nodes right there? And so since I selected it all, it's kind of showed up. That one's okay. That one, let me just go around the corners and delete them. Because that's where I could really, especially on a piece of acrylic, it's going to show everything. There's one right there. Anyway, at least we got that dotted process solved. Same thing on these other parts, just do the same thing. Hope it helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.